This is Milwaukee's new M18 Fuel Jobsite Vacuum. Retails for $199, tool only. Put links in the description below, like always, on where you can get this. This has the brushless motor in it because it is the Milwaukee fuel system. It has a 2-stage debris separation. This has 50% more suction versus the leading competition. It has a removable canister for on and off the tool. What this is like I said, the 2-stage suction. So in this, you have your cyclone suction, your cyclone debris area, and this is where your lint and your like any hair, it's gonna get built up around this. This is a twist lock, so all it is it twists off, and you just pull the hair or lint or any buildup that is in here out, and you dispose of it. Then you put this in as a nice gasket seal on it to put it in, and it's all it is kind of like a quarter turn, and it locks in. Now this is where your other dust separation is, where the finer particles are in wood shavings and whatnot. And how you open this is there is a button on the bottom where you can pop it open, and then the lid will pop up. You can take this over the trash can. You can push the button and all the dust particles will disperse into the garbage. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, you can also take off this canister. There is a button underneath here on the bottom, and you just press it and the bottom of this will fall off. It unhinges and you can take it out, and then you can go dump it out wherever you want to. And then all you do is you line it up and then tilt it back in, and it'll lock back in. This also has you can tell that I've been using it is because there's dust everywhere. This also has a nice HEPA filter and a foam filter for filtration, which is really nice. And with the foam filter, you can take it out, wash it out, let it dry. And then the HEPA filter you can take out and you can clean off too, and let that, I wouldn't wash this. You can replace them. You can get them from Milwaukee, but you can take like a air hose, blow this all out if you wanted to, and you can just lock this right back in. Now this has a 0.25 gallon capacity for dust collection. It has a high and a low switch, just like the new Milwaukee wet dry vac, the pack out wet dry vac, which is really nice. I really like that they put a high and a low on here. The tools that you get for this, you get a floor, like normal, like a little floor attachment or handheld attachment. You get your crevice tool, like always. They finally throw in a little brush attachment, which it's okay. It's not the greatest brush attachment, but it works. Then you get a 3-foot hose that is expandable up to about 6 foot, which is nice. Then you will get a wand, a floor attachment for hardwood floors or concrete. Then you will also get a beater attachment. Now this beater attachment is not air driven, it is actually a motor driven. It runs low voltage down through the wand and into this unit right here. Now you can take off the bottom just like with any other beater attachment, simply by just, there's a little release button here. You just pop this back. You can easily pull out the beater and clean it off, just like this. So you can get your hair buildup and everything that is in this thing, because I've been using it forever. There, just get rid of it that way. And then it's easily you can easily put it right back in. Just snaps right back in. Just line it up, then pop down, and then lock it back in. Let's go over some of the pros and cons. Mainly the cons of this. it has a small 2.5 gallon capacity. You will empty this thing a lot. Now, when we empty it, if you have the floor or you have the floor attachment on with it, let's put this on. It just snaps in just like this. Okay, and we'll have, let's put our standard floor attachment on. Okay, so this is full. Now, we only have really one option to empty this, and we would have to take this bottom part off and empty it. Unless you have really high ceilings, because you go and hit this and you go and empty this, I'm already hitting my ceiling. That's a con that I have against this, is where the debris comes out. It should actually come out of the bottom of this unit when you are when you go to empty it, not the back side of it, because you got more room to work with. But I don't understand why they did that, but you know, that's a con that I don't care for. We're going to talk about the battery life on this thing, because the battery life sucks. It's not very good, folks. 4.0 battery, I'll be lucky if I get about 8 minutes out of the 4.0 battery on high. When you're using the beater brush attachment, it's probably maybe about a minute less than that. So I would highly recommend, if you are going to be using this a lot on the job site, to probably use a 12.0 battery with this unit, because it just, like I said, it just sucks the batteries down really good. Another con that I have is the beater head attachment, but first, let's take off this wand. Now, when we take off this wand, it's really hard to take off. Actually, we don't need to take off this part. We need to take off the bottom piece, because we got to put the floor attachment on. So it just seems like it's really awkward to pull off. That actually pulled off really good for the first time. But now this one is actually, you have to wiggle it to get it to come off after you push the button. And I think that might be because they really wanted a tight fit in here for the connections for the 2-prong for the low voltage. I don't know if you can see that. Any normal vacuum, you get 2-prong on the wand for the low voltage. And I guess they want it to have a really tight fit, so it makes a good connection, so they don't have any problems with that, but it makes it really hard to get the wand off. All right, back to the beater attachment. Okay, we snap on the beater attachment, and this thing is loud. The motor on the beater attachment is ridiculously loud for a motorized beater. Now, this is how loud that the vacuum sounds without the beater attachment. It's not too bad. Next, where do we put all these attachments? They give you this little contraption to put on the wand, and then maybe you can put some stuff on it, some attachments. This floor attachment doesn't work, so this is going in a bin somewhere. Put your crevice tool. You can put the brush. Now you can put this, but you have to finagle it on. Actually, I take that back. I just had to turn it around. For all this time, I've been putting it on the wrong way. But now the hose, you can get on there. You have to kind of mess with. I've noticed if I just kind of take this off, put that there, and take the crevice tool off, put this hose attachment on the bottom, and then take the crevice tool and kind of do that little thing, and you can get it on. Now you got all that stuff on there while you're trying to vacuum. and it could easily fall off. It would be nice that if you could maybe, I would like to see maybe that the wand was a telescopic wand to adjustable. So like maybe we can compact this down so you can get it in like a pack out tote. That would be awesome. Maybe generation 2, maybe. I kind of feel like this was a test run on this vacuum. I kind of feel like they kind of jumped the gun on it and they really didn't get that much testing on it. You think that with a beater brush attachment that you'd be able to do carpet. What I found out is when I go and do a carpet, now if I'm doing carpet for like a commercial grade carpet, like a Berber carpet, that's fine. This is fine for using the beater brush attachment. But if you have your normal carpet that's in a house, you'll have a hard time pushing this thing with the beater brush attachment. It just seems like it's really hungry when you go to vacuum it, and it because you can tell by the motor, it screams, and so it has a really high RPMs, and it just wants to grab that carpet. And then when it does that, you will get a red light on top of this unit, which this lets you know that you have a jam in the system. It'll either tell you that when you're using the motor brush attachment, it'll tell you that there is a jam in here, or if you're not using the motor brush attachment and you get the red light, it usually means that you're in your debris separation, that the first stage is full and needs to be cleaned out and emptied so you can continue vacuuming. Now, do you think that this is right for you? It could be. Is it for every job site? I don't think so. I think this is mainly for like if you're doing like some sort of a trim or your final stages of a job to where you gotta run around and clean up something real quick. This is gonna work great. But on a working job site, like in a rough stage, you're not gonna be picking up too much sawdust with this. I think it's just gonna mainly be little things that you're gonna use it for. For the homeowner, this could be good for like in your garage areas. You can have this hanging up on a hook and have the attachments in another bin, and you can use this as a garage vacuum. So you can just do a quick floor vacuum and get cobwebs down off the ceiling, because there are multi uses for this. You can use the hose to just, you can plug this in, use the hose, and you can use the floor attachment, you can use the wand to extend the hose, and all the possibilities are kind of endless with that. That's a good thing. I would maybe recommend another Milwaukee vacuum that is their old M18 compact vacuum, which is only $100. You get almost the same attachments except for the beater brush attachment, but the capacity of the canister is bigger. It's not a brushless motor, but it'll run probably twice as long as this does on a 4.0 battery. I'll put a link right up there to where you can watch my review that I did about that about a year and a half ago with the M18 compact vacuum there, and you can see for yourself on which one you would prefer more over, the new Fuel M18 Jobsite vacuum or the Milwaukee M18 compact vacuum. One of the main things that I like about this, I like the 2-stage motor, and I like the metal wand. They got rid of the plastic wand and they went to a metal wand, kind of like how they did with their backpack vacuum. Now, if they use that same wand with that backpack vacuum, it's telescopic, that would be awesome. I don't know why they didn't do that, because they already have everything with that. Then they could have made a lot of stuff compatible with that unit. Maybe have made it the same diameter of hose. You never know what Milwaukee's gonna do. You don't know what's behind their line of thinking, but we love their tools. Anyways, I wanted to share this with you. If you have any comments, comment down below. hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and do so. I'm Phillip Bridges, and I will see you on the next one.